Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is the 23rd tutorial in this course, and in this tutorial we're going to begin our discussion on numeric functions, and we're probably going to have at least a couple of tutorials on numeric functions because there are so many of them, and I'm not going to discuss all, but I'm going to discuss the functions that I use frequently and the ones that I consider important in the language. And of course, if you want to have a look at the entire list of numeric functions, then you can refer to the documentation that comes along with Python. But as I said, in this course we're going to have a look at a few, maybe 10 or 15 functions, the ones that are really important. So the first function that we're going to check out is the absolute function, and in Python we call it ABS, and the absolute function returns the distance of a number from 0. Right, so if you want to find out the absolute value of 5, you type in ABS, and within parentheses you pass the number 5 as an argument. When I press the enter key, I see the answer as 5. When I use the absolute function to check out the absolute value of -5, I still see the result as 5, and that is because numbers 5 and -5 are at the same distance from the number 0. Right, so whereas to get to the number 5 you have to travel in the right direction on the number line. To get to the number -5 you have to travel in the opposite direction, or the left direction on the number line, but in both cases you have to travel the same amount of distance, right? So they both are at the same distance from 0, and that is why the absolute value of both 5 and -5 is the same, and that's 5, right? The next function that we're going to check out is the ceil function, or the ceiling function, and to use this function you have to import the math module. And we haven't yet spoken about modules in this course, and I'm going to record a separate tutorial on modules in which we'll talk about modules in detail. But for the time being, just know that a module is something, it's like a library that you have to import to have access to the functions that are there in the module, right? So the way you import a module in Python is by using the import statement. So you type in import and follow that up with a space and then the name of the module that you want to import. So in this case I want to import the math module, so I'll simply type in math, press the enter key, and now I can use all the functions in the math module, right? So we're going to check out the ceil function now, and to use it I'll type in the name of the module first, which is math, follow that up with a dot operator or the period, and then the name of the function, which is ceil, right? CEIL, that is. And the ceiling function basically returns the next higher integer. So if I pass in 35.74 as an argument to this function, then I'll get 36 as the answer, because the next higher integer to 35.74 is 36. And if you use the ceil function with let's say a negative number like -35.74, then you're not going to get -36, because that's not the next higher integer. The next higher integer for -35.74 is is -35, right? Because -35 is greater in value than -36. It's less negative and it's more positive, right? So I hope that makes sense. The next function that we're going to check out is the exp function. And the exp function returns the exponent of a number that's passed as an argument to it. And again, you have to use the math module for this, but since we've imported it once in this shell session, we won't have to import the module again. But again, to use the function, we'll have to type in the name of the module first, which is math, then the dot operator, and if I simply check out the value of the exponent or the E, I don't know what it's really called. I guess people call it the exponent. If I check out the value of that, that's 2.7182, and this is a constant in Python, and you can check out its value just the way I typed. And if you want to calculate the power of this raised to something, then you can use the exp function. So if, let's say, I want to calculate the power of e raised to the power 7, then I'll type in math.exp, and then within parentheses I'll just pass in the number 7 as an argument. So the result is 1096.633, and I can confirm that by typing in math.e and then the exponentiation operator, which is the double asterisk symbol, and if I pass in 7 as the power, I get the same thing, which is 1096.633158842 blah blah blah, right? So that's about the maths.exp method. The next function that we're going to check out is the floor method. And the floor method, unlike the ceiling method, it returns the largest integer that is not greater than the number passed as an argument, right? So it returns the next lower integer value, right? And again, you require the math module for it. So I'll type in math.floor, and within parentheses, I'll type in a number like 16.94. So what is going to be the value for this? It's going to be 16, right? And if you use the floor method with a negative number, let's say you use it with minus 16.94, you will get minus 17, because this is the next lower number from minus 16.94. It's more negative and less positive. The last method that we're going to check out in this tutorial is the sqrt, or the square root function in Python. And again, to use this function, you need to import the math module. So the function, as the name suggests, is used to calculate square roots of numbers. So if suppose you want to find out the square root of 25, you type in math.sqrt, and then within parentheses you type in the number of which the square root of which you wish to find. If I want to find out the square root of 25, I'll pass in 25, and there you go. I see the result as 5.0. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next tutorial, in which we'll continue our discussion on numeric functions. We'll check out a few more, and you may subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care.